Hi, this is Yoshi. This is another care collab, and uh, this time it's all about this plant, my absolute favorite, Haraella retrocalla, a synonym odorata. And then this time, all those care collab YouTubers' name will be here too, as always. Pretty exciting people, especially God Plant with a question mark. This will be the new one. They already have a huge channel with the indoor plants that they're running with the twins Sandy and Erica. I've been following or subscribing their channel for quite a bit, but anyways, and of course Bobby from Cloud Forest Vibes. He will be all about this plant too, especially this kind of plant. He is specialized in small plants and the Trish orchid and plant life, another good orchid grower. So it's pretty exciting. Anyways, I had this for about 2 years, maybe more. This is one plant, looks like a two, but it's basil or keiki, whatever you call it. It's been in bloom here and there ever since, I want to say, February, maybe January, I don't know. But each spike can bloom like 3 times sequentially, so do not cut it off once you see the spike. I don't remember how many times it bloomed off of this spike, but I'm not cutting off until it browns like this, right? So those are all spike before and bloomed a few times, and that's when you cut them off. I have not really cleaned it, but anyways, as you can see, it's on the mount, and it's in a terrarium like that. Let me explain really quick about this terrarium. I have a false bottom here with the leca and charcoal, and it's damp wet in there, and then the egg crate is there. So if you hear the screaming, that's my son, Talon. I cannot stop him. So water evaporates from in there. It just basically keeps it humid inside, and I have little humidifier for, used to be like my wife's fancy oil diffuser or whatever, but now it's just a humidifier. Anyways, so that's where the humidity comes from, and there's a fan coming from this side, fan's wind coming in, so the air goes inside, right? So it's humid, but there's an airflow going. So that's that. So this is a south facing window, but it has a deck, and I keep orchids there. There's a shade, so it will have, this section will have a pretty good amount of light, but it's not a direct sunlight, and it's good enough light for these guys to bloom. And my plant loves it in here. So that's that. And the watering, it likes pretty humid spot, but I let it dry a little bit, not completely wet or dry, but right now, yeah, it's inside is probably a little bit more humid, but it feels pretty dry. So probably I will water it tomorrow. So around this season, probably water it like twice a week, something like that. Twice, maybe 3 times. But I'm getting away for not watering every day by keeping it in a little more humid place, if you know what I mean. fertilize sometimes, not too much, because I use tap water, which is like about 30 parts per million and under. I got really soft water. And all the other guys like Restropias and Mastavarias are all here, and there's Dracula in there. They don't really need fertilizers, and so naturally this one don't get much fertilizer. Sometimes I specifically use fertilizer for other orchids which needs feed, like oncidiums that I keep in this section. If the watering time is the same, sometimes it's different, you know, because indoor orchids sometimes you need only once a week watering or whatever. So, and if I decided to fertilize that water, and if those guys are needed watered, then that's when it gets fertilized, if that makes sense. It's kind of hard to explain, but anyways, yeah, it's been blooming off and on since January. I think it made like about 4 different spikes this season. It just performs really well for me, pretty easy going. And you know, inside, and I live in Lake Stevens, Washington State. It doesn't get too hot, even though we got a heat wave a month ago or something like that. But it doesn't get too hot that often. Like if it goes to 80s, then we consider it's pretty hot, and like we start whining. So anyways, so that's that. So I believe I got a perfect condition for this guy naturally. It says temperature warm to cool, so that explains a lot. What else can I tell you? Watering, lighting, fertilizing, that's pretty much it, right? Pretty easy going. And as you can tell, it's a Bandaceous. If I didn't tell you already, it's a monopodio, so you don't want to water in the crown. You want to be pretty you want to be careful, because that will cause crown rot, so don't really want to water that. But I mounted it this way, and so that the crown goes downward, so the water doesn't really stick around in the crown. I still don't want to, or will not, water to the crown. I will water around the mount. But just so you know, you want this crown to go downwards when you mount. Okay, some people, I guess, keep it in a pot, but with my watering habit, I would probably overwater, so that's why it's on the mount. So I think that's it. It's just an easy plant, not hard to find. Like I said, I got it at the Seattle Orchid, and they seem to have it all the time. I haven't checked their website for a while, so I don't know if it's available from them. I certainly don't have it through my supplier, so I think I got it from Aquagenera quite cheap. So Aquagenera, check with Aquagenera too. They sometimes have it, but you have to deal with like shipping. Sometimes they don't give you good plants, to be honest. Me and Aquagenera, especially online order, I'm not really a big fan of online order from Aquagenera anyways, but I did get 5 or something, and they were all in good condition, and it all went to either my friends or somebody bought it through eBay or whatever. But yeah, it's not really hard to find. it's just my favorite, absolute favorite. So I strongly recommend you to have one if you find it. And then, like I said, you can pot it and grow it like phalaenopsis, honestly. So yeah, I hope that helped somebody, and please go check out other guys' channel and their video, and you will probably see a similar condition, hopefully, you know. I mainly keep my orchids in greenhouse, but not those. Those are, I am totally in dining room, terrarium. Outer humidity right now is like 47. I guess it went 43%, in between 43% to 52% today, and 68 degree to 77 degree today inside, if you want to know in detail of our house condition. So hopefully you find at least one of us closer condition to your condition. That way we could be your reference and help you grow this, or if you want to know how we care for it and helps you buying this orchid, then that'd be great. Anyways, if I could find a picture of this plant blooms, then I will put it somewhere here now, okay? And other than that, that'll be it. Thank you for watching. Bye.